Hello and welcome. Another episode with the WERF League. I am JT. You can find me on Twitter at JT_the Ginger. This is Sean. Find him on Twitter at Sean_Beatty. How are you doing, Sean?
Pretty good. It's been a couple weeks now, so still not last place. Mission not last place is in full effect.
Exactly. I think was it Danny or someone? Someone posted today on Twitter was like, "This is my team," and it's just like this pit that keeps caving in on itself. And I was like, "Hey, but hashtag not last."
That's
So
that's the goal for a
staving
lot of
it
us, I
off.
feel like.
The sixth of the way into the fantasy season, and it's always good. Just keep that pace.
When you're starting Albert Pujols at first, your goal is just don't get last.
Oh, that's kind of Albert Pujols' mantra probably too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's just try to make the playoffs. That'd be cool. I have experience. It's fun.
Oh, man, yeah, he's telling Mike Trout all about it. Bet Mike Trout loves hearing that.
All right, well, we're gonna first jump into the Earth overall standings here. Got the spreadsheet open, updated as of May 2nd, 2021. And then I did a little color coding here to better kind of represent the average rank of the leagues. Lower number, the better. So green is good.
Thanks for clarifying that for me this week.
He'd probably just come back, and I'm actually colorblind, so this doesn't help JT. So Venn Baseball, I think he's back on top, or he's been right up near it. Lucas second, Vegan, Mutadel. I don't get that reference if I'm missing it. Sorry. And Dan Harris, Fantasy Pros. I think he snuck up in there. Corbin, no longer been in the top 5 every. Hot ham water jumping in. The path is warm. So anyway, a month in, I think things are starting to kind of solidify a bit, but just kind of keep an eye on things. I think the last week I kind of individually went over each individual category on what would it take to be in the top 20 within each across all the leagues, what number of runs and home runs and ribbies, like the kind of pace that everyone's setting in this 15-team roto league. So that was kind of interesting. So yeah, where were you, Sean? Do you remember your overall rank?
I do not.
I'm right there. Hashtag not last.
Why are you scrolling down lower?
I'm not gonna. That's it. That's as far as I can go. I don't need to reveal.
You don't think? See, there I am. I'm 43.
You're above me.
Yeah. Well,
essentially, I think I just gave all my points to Smada the last 2 weeks. We pretty much changed places. So that's been fun.
Those pitchers got to work out,
Right. So anyway, let's see. I think I can just bounce over. Still sharing Fantrax now?
Yep.
All right, cool. This is not the tab I wanted. Can I click on it?
You're giving away all your secrets.
No. Well, this isn't fun. I can't see it, but here, transaction history. Here we go. All right. So, WERF League FAAB week 6. And I'm gonna be honest, I set my FAAB and then I got super busy at the end of the day. And then I was like, oh wait, it's 7:15. Okay, cool. How much prep do you go into it with, or do you kind of just do it through the week?
I do it throughout the week. So mine were like Severino. I needed a catcher because Omar got hurt. So I looked as soon as I got hurt, knowing, obviously I had a full week. I was like, Severino's just getting some playing time. At this point, with how deep our leagues are, it's just like what catcher plays. So I'll throw, like you see at the bottom there, I was like, I'll throw $5. But for me recently, it's been like as I recognize a need during the week. So I went Shane. I spent a lot of money on Shane. You see $90 there. I need ratios. I need some whips. Whip. So he gets a lot of whips. So hopefully, he's a little wild, but maybe he won't go that far. But I really don't need the quality starts as much. I need to just lower my team's whip. So anything that will, he got swinging strikes on a lot of them. So maybe that'll transition. So it's been a lot. So I noticed that the other day. And so I usually go as needed. I don't really wait till I'll check like Saturday morning or something like that, just to like overhaul, see what I'm doing. But I usually go during the week.
Yeah. I think I'll add as I see, playing time change or injury or a need, and then I'll probably like finalize it just on that Sunday as time permits. But yeah, we had another trade. I think our 7th WERF league trade overall so far. John and I made a trade. So we're passing back names, and I was trying to just kind of get on a take on where we stood in terms of perceived value, and I thought I got better value out of the trade I executed than kind of overpaying in my head.
You might want to reiterate, what the trade was.
So it's Avisail Garcia for TJ Antone. And I was looking to get saves, but I think he was asking a little bit too much than what I was willing to give away. He was wanting like Jared Walsh for Diego Castillo. So I was like, Antone, I'm not digging his role, but I'm digging what he's put on the table. So either that bullpen is going to say, hey, this guy is executing, maybe we'll give him a try. And guess what? I think he got a 1-out save the other day because Sims loaded the bases with 3 walks or something like that. So, that was my tweet. TJ atoned for the 3 walks. Antone gets the save. It writes itself, really, if you think about it a lot.
If you take a couple steps out, if you work your way there, it writes itself.
So I was like, either that or injury, and maybe they'll stretch them out by the end of the year. Long year, I just I went for like maybe an upside and paying.
When we're in this deep of leagues, you're really trying to make trades to see what down the line, because it's rarely like you're trading value for value right then and there. I mean, sometimes you are if it's like blatantly, I need a hitter and you need a pitcher, but like your situation, like you said, like I hope this guy's good, and the other guy's like, I hope this guy's good still in a couple. It's just you're so deep, or these leagues are so deep. You're just grasping it. Like I said, I just picked up a catcher just not because he's any good, just because he plays baseball. Like he plays more than twice a week. Like it's just, do you get meaningful at bats? That's about it at this point. Or like you said, meaningful. Are you doing at least good ratios, and maybe you can then sneak into a save or two? That's where we're at in this league.
Yep. So that was fun. That was a good convo back and forth, and I think we're wanting to get something done. We just had to figure it out. So it's fun to just have dialogue and see how far you can get a trade and if you can actually get it done. But speaking of done, Justin Dunn, 71 units.
I'm the guy. So I've always been like, what did I say? I think I said on this podcast before. I was like, there's some people I just don't believe, but they get it done. And Justin Dunn is getting it done. Like in the last couple of years, I just don't know how he does it. His other numbers say he's getting incredibly lucky, but at a certain point, he just keeps doing it. I don't know. I just, I don't blame him for picking him up, because at a certain point, you just got to kind of believe that this is what he is.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, if he has a bad outing and it's too many innings in a row of walks has been his biggest issue. But it makes it interesting to watch. You don't want to look away from your TV screen, but as far as someone on your fantasy team, he's getting his innings, and he's out there, and he's still young and trying to figure it out on the big league level. And if you have the need in the spot, I don't know if 71 was warranted, but like I haven't seen the team makeup of Isla de la.
But like you said, we just said it's a deep league. He gets some strikeouts. His walks are there to counter kind of that ratio a little bit, but still he gets some Ks, and his ERA, just despite everything, is still good. So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, like we're grasping at straws here. I spent $90 on a dude who's thrown like 4 innings he threw, like, and he walked 2 people, like
right.
You
But
any sort.
It was fun.
I know, but in any sort of hype or anything, like you try to do it. I mean, Dunn has more of a track record than my guys, so like, what are we really like? So you just spend any money. Like there's a pitcher that might be good. I better spend like $50 on him at least. Like that's where we're at. I learned that very quickly in this league, JT. The first couple weeks watching the money fly off, I was like, I am not spending enough money on these waiver projections. So you beat me for Jose too. I think I put like 40 some or 35 on him, and you put 45. Like any pitcher who's doing like for like 2 starts, I feel like in a row, you're like, all right, $50. Let's see what it is. Is it real?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna place a small wager. Yeah, 45. So that's
I mean, Brad Miller got picked up in this league.
Yeah.
Like is what it is. Actually, I was
Well,
looking at Brad Miller's numbers, and they're not that bad actually for all the positions he plays. Like every single infield position, like or like like second, third, and like middle infield and corner infield. Like it's not that bad. I had forgot about him entirely, but like it plays at least in this league. At least in this league.
I just don't care about Brad Miller, and it's nothing against him. I look at his name and I just think of Jack Zrenzik, and I throw up in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah.
Well, I was looking at it. I was like 800 OPS last year, or the last full year. I was like, what? Like
he is your ultimate utility guy. I mean, he's been around, but props to him.
Without seeing that, like this pickup, I didn't see that. I literally was looking at Brad Miller like an hour ago, and it blew my mind. It had nothing. I had no idea we were going to talk about it. And I was like, really? That good, huh?
That good?
Forgot all about him. He left Seattle, and in my mind, he just stopped playing baseball altogether. But clearly, he has not.
No, I mean, Josh Rojas, I know he was a big name, and then he struggled. Now he's kind of bounced back a little, and I was like, he's stealing a little bit more than Galvis, and yeah, it's just I probably paid a little bit too much. I should have edited that amount.
I have a question for you. What do you think about Daniel Lynch? Because I think 31 might be a little bit of a value there. Because I mean, decent prospect for Kansas City. Like,
yeah, because they've pretty much not given up. Maybe it's too strong, but Bubik is. It seems like they're starting to look elsewhere from him. So yeah, Lynch is now the next.
And I'm kind of surprised he snuck in for as little as he did.
Hey, Ryan Savvy, Fantasy Baseball Writer of the Year award.
Man, you'll humble brag for him, I guess.
Yeah, just saying. Facts. But yeah, just like another spec save, $4 Doolittle. Yeah, see what that bullpen in Cincinnati wants to do. Who wants?
Oh gosh, I in my other league I gave up on Amir Garrett. I just had to get rid of him. I just can't do it anymore.
Here's a fun. Oh wow, that's not gonna let me highlight it. Mike Talkman. I don't mind just throwing 27 out there. And Patrick really wants to believe, obviously, all caps this year. And getting traded to San Francisco, obviously, might play a little bit more than he was in New York, but he's shown that he can do it if given the chance and a steady amount of at bats.
And apparently, whoever you are, I mean, is he old enough to play in San Francisco? Because if you're over 30 and in San Francisco, you're just gonna have like a monster year. That's like the rule apparently now.
You ready? Drum roll.
30, boom, he's done. Like that's it. Like,
yeah,
Evan Longoria, Posey, Belt, everyone's just gonna do well if you're over 30 in San Francisco this year. That's just what they're doing. I remember they were my sleeper team that I was like, oh, they're actually like got some decent at bats all the way through the lineup. Like none of them stand out, but I think they'll be 1 through 9 a pretty solid team. And despite me saying that multiple times, they're still surprising me. I was telling everyone to brace for it, and they're better than I thought. And they're in first place in that division. Who would have thought that? Even I know we're only 30 days in, but like still, like after how well the Dodgers started, that was just mind blowing.
Yeah. Pache gets picked back up. I had dropped him when he went to the IL, and then I know he came back from the IL and they put him alternate.
Yep.
His underlying metrics were bad. I was like, I needed at bats. But he got backed up. He had that grand slam, and apparently Yancey Eaton is now rich because he literally said, if Pache has a big game tonight, just assume I'm rich. He had a grand slam, and I tweeted Yancey over like a 12-hour period, 3 different
nothing.
He just liked it. He just liked it. Didn't comment. He just hit on all 3 different ones. Just keep
he's keeping on the down low from you. Okay, I see.
IRS is watching, I bet. Like maybe that's what's up.
Man, Carlos Martinez, that is a dude I cannot quit ever. And
I want
surprised
to jump in, but I'm just too timid. Like he had a
I
mid
know.
start Sunday night.
I want to believe like so bad. And I usually, at least once a year in one of the leagues, have a stake in him at some point. But I'm surprised I didn't own him. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Odor getting a pickup. Dobnak. Oh, man. I hope he comes back. It's fun when Randy Dobnak is
If
pitching.
we're changing the rules of like baseball and stuff like that in football games, can we just change the Yankees shaving rule? Because Odor without a beard is like scares me at night. Like I just can't.
I think he was interviewed, and his daughter, like literally, I don't know how old she is, maybe like 4 or so, I guess, if I remember right. But she literally was like, nope. Like
Yeah,
almost
like I just
nope.
I'm not used to seeing him without a beard. It freaks me out.
Beard or no beard, would you rather fight him with a beard or no beard?
No beard. No beard. I think I could take him with no beard.
That chin. It's less intimidating, or
He's
you
less
can carry him up
intimidating.
better? Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna get knocked out either way, but I think I would trick myself with no beard into thinking I can do this. Yeah.
He does have a little bit of a baby face.
I mean, I'm in the club there. I shaved the other day though, so stubble's coming back. But yeah,
Gant Fire's getting picked up. Duffy for
Duffy.
Lopez. Zach Davies. God, he was a quality start machine like the last 2020 and part of 2019, but
Yeah.
you in the Cubs and just not figuring out. I don't know. Might keep an eye on him because usually he pitches enough innings. He's just very much a control command kind of pitcher.
Yeah, if that goes, then they're completely lost. Usually the stuff guys can rely on their stuff a little bit, get some swing and misses. If the control guys are gone, control's obviously gone, then they're completely out of it.
Marco, just say it. Polo.
That hey, he was turning around a little bit and then got hurt. So, we can only hope.
Yep. All right. I just want to see if little follow-up action. How many of those were close follow-up bids? Let's see. First name I see is the Rojas one. So yeah, 43-16. Did you say you did a 35? Or no, that was
No, not Rojas.
Urania, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I overpaid for Shane a little bit.
Well, I mean 90.
Oh no, I guess there's 66.
Yeah, I mean I paid more for Rojas. I thought.
I got to be honest. My initial bid was 50, and I bumped it up to 90. So it looks like I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, because there he is, 66, 71.
Yeah.
Oh,
geez, I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, 71 follow up. So that's good.
Yeah, where's Jose? How much did I settle on for Jose? 30. Okay.
30.
I was even too. Oh wow, $3 more. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Yeah, Sean Doolittle. Here we go. How much did Lynch? Oh, 2 people bet 17. Okay.
17.
That's weird that it's such a random number and 2 people put it down. But
wait, did we? No, okay, never mind. Wasn't last time it was Ryan and Andy had almost identical numbers on a couple?
You're thinking they're colluding to not get the player? How much did you put?
Oh man, Talkman a couple times there, 20, 27, and Uno, Yadiel Hernandez, 4 and 2.
Oh, Carlos got a couple.
But wait, Corbin didn't have room, so we actually went to Smata for 2. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of reading this thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Convoluted, but Odor. Can't. Bobby Witt didn't have the room for him, but two
What's
bids.
the news on Bobby Witt? I must have missed that.
I think he's just starting at a higher level than people thought. So.
Oh, double A. Okay.
Man, I mean, I still think the bigger surprise was Wander, Triple A, Durham. Let's just like right off the whoa.
Yeah, I think he's the Kelnick call up. Yeah, I think he's just that's it.
That's fun for that fan base and just any prospect type of or just baseball fan in general, like seeing if you're willing, or you're not willing, you're obviously willing to contribute, but you're ready. If your body's ready, my body's ready. Let's watch you play baseball. Is that the way to say it?
When he hit, what was it, the 480-foot home run or something in spring training? I just remember one of the beat writers posting the Peter Griffin gif done where he leaves the movie theater. Just
Right.
like, what are we doing? Just he's done. Like, let's just see it against the big guys.
Yeah. All right. And then just to wrap up, since we've finished up April, I was just going to go through like kind of like the top 50 hitters and pitchers based on our 5x5 setting off the score that Fantrax kind of gives out. So Ohtani's surprising. I thought he'd be near the top, but I didn't think he'd be number one hitter.
Stolen bases, like 8-6, man. Like,
that's pretty deadly.
He's such a big guy, but he is so fast for being such a big guy. Like, it's just
the
Angels have like the two freaks in baseball on the same team. They bat next to each other. It doesn't make any sense.
And Pujols, right?
Well, don't besmirch my first baseman.
Okay, been caught stealing. That's pretty savvy.
Don't you dare besmirch my first baseman.
Chris Bryant, bounce back season starting off.
Can I say number 17 in the other two leagues? I don't think it was this league. In the other two leagues, I drafted him and then immediately dropped him like 5 days into the season. And then he just completely went off right after I dropped him in both leagues. And that one hurt.
He didn't even like start opening day, right?
Yeah. He was just, and he started, if I remember correctly, pretty bad. I was like, you know what? It was like a second to last round guy. And then he just went off after that. I should have trusted my gut, man. I drafted him for a freaking reason.
You wanted Isaiah Kiner-Falefa? Wow. Like,
yeah,
6 steals. I think he had another one today. He had a combo meal over the weekend.
He has played a lot of games though too. Like if you look over there, like Byron Buxton is like 21 games, and that dude, I mean, he's their team has played more games, but he's missed some time. But yeah,
honestly, I think the name I've been blind to that I didn't know was having such a good start is Nate Lowe, or is it Lau? Yeah. Is that the Lau? Okay, but honestly, I haven't even noticed him doing so well in Texas. He's got a lot of at bats, but I mean, like, that's some pretty good
24 RBIs. Like
in that trade already? No, I'm just kidding. Victory lap.
Nick Solak too, like some Rangers up there.
Oh, there's Haniger. Santana's hitting home runs for some reason. I don't know if you figured out that's a good thing.
Chris Taylor, oh man, he's just doing things, man. Aguilar, Miami.
Peralta had that 7 RBI game.
Oh yeah, it's like it's like a third of his RBIs.
Right. Pitchers here before we wrap up. The Biebs and Ohtani. Gosh. So Ohtani just went 100. So I mean, not as great as pitching stats as hitting, but that's
Jacob deGrom's 0.5 ERA is stupid. Like it's just stupid. He's 2-2, which is like the funniest thing on the planet.
Yeah. Wow.
I gave out a stat a while ago when the Mets were in first place. It was oh gosh, I can't remember the specifics, but the Mets had lost 3 games on the season. DeGrom had started 3 and had lost 2 of the 3 starts, and in the combined game given up 2 runs. like what are we doing this? Like, how are you so bad for just DeGrom? Like, I guess at least across the board for this year, they're just sucking for everybody, but still, like, it's just really funny what they're doing. He's like taking the Felix Hernandez Mariners thing to a whole new level.
Another stratosphere. It's like, it's ridiculous.
He's a 0.57 whip and is 2-2. Like, what are we doing? Like, no one gets on base, but they're like, we'll screw it up.
It's fun watching Burns. Corbin Burns walks. I mean, it's just like, and what he's doing. I mean, that's just like, as just a fan, it's just like, I don't know if a fan would totally get like, oh, he's just not walking anybody, but it's just like that is it's impressive. It's just, and it's not at the detriment of his, other person.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to my late round pick of John Means Business right there, 13?
It always means business. Musgrove
Always.
got no. All the other names are pretty much who you would expect, which is interesting that like the pitchers you drafted early are pretty much overall giving you those numbers.
They're already sold in, kind of like.
And then I spoke not poorly, but like I was bummed out with Rodon regarding his health and his career. And then he threw that. I almost wondered in the moment, there was like, oh, hit by pitch. He didn't try to get out of the way. And no one really said anything about it. And I was like, I wonder what they could have done. I don't think that's challengeable, but
Yeah, I don't think it is, because the Mets would have challenged
try
that walk off game or whatever it was, but not with the walk off. But yeah, that would have been challenged immediately. Can I say like 3 Phillies pitchers right there? Nola, Eflin, and Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh, what? Savvy pickup. Urania? Wow. Look at that. Who picked him up? Maybe I should just remove him from my watch list. Boom. He's on my
on live podcast. Look at that. Just removing him.
That just happened.
Wait. Is
Sorry,
Ian
what?
Anderson? Oh, that's yours. I didn't see that little trade symbol. I was like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
I was like, why is that guy not owned? But
Right there.
Chris Bassett is like just doing it again. 37 pitcher.
Yep.
I don't get Chris Bassett, but
yeah, Folty's actually splendidly. Matt's had that really strong start, and then I think he's kind of leveled out. But
I guess I say I don't get Chris Bassett, but I picked up Steven Matz, and I'm riding that train.
Cool. All right. That about does it. Not much going on. I threw it out to the commissioners. They haven't got back to me, but I was like, hey, we need to probably get some traction going on the overall belt for the champion and kind of just get the details hammered out. But other than that, I think that's everything. So yeah, we're a month in. Here comes May. Here comes warm weather. And
my vote is for JT for Earth Commissioner.
Yeah,
just organize this.
It's been good. I'm probably like the least busy regarding fantasy baseball stuff. Everyone else is producing content and writing articles and stuff.
Yeah, so your job is just the Earth leagues. That's what you do now.
I'm okay with that. It's the startup, the setup. I think the off season is going to be more so than the ongoing. But now this is all new, then we got to figure out the belt. But it shouldn't be too much. Just gotta agree and execute. So all right, that's everything. Thanks again, Sean. Find him on Twitter at Sean_Beatty. Find me on Twitter, JT_the Ginger. Take care, be well, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Get better, May.